Risotto isn't as hard as everyone thinks. Here's a quick, easy chef's tip to make yours at home. Got my olive oil. Into my pan, I'm gonna go with the rice. We're gonna lightly toast the rice, coat the rice in the oil. I'm just gonna lightly toast the outside. This is gonna give us a nice, slightly nutty flavor. Gives the grains a nice little bit of texture on the outsides as well, rather than becoming just really, really soft. So medium heat. So you can see the grains slightly, they start to puff up, the rice starts to puff up a little bit. I don't want it to be brown by any means, but just a light toasting all around. So we're going to toast it for about 2 or 3 minutes. That's looking good now. So now I'm going to turn the heat right down. I'm going to go in with my white wine first. Okay, so that's looking good. Nice low heat now. And we're going to go in ladle by ladle of chicken stock. We've got a nice classic white chicken stock here. So we're going to add it ladle by ladle. This gives us maximum control, so that we can monitor the rice as we're cooking and make sure that we have the perfect cooking on the rice. So by the time we finish, the rice should be beautifully swollen, and this rice should have a very slight bite to it, with a little bit of extra liquid, so we can finish the sauce. If it's too dry, we want the sauce that's left to be nice and starchy and coat the rice, rather than getting the rice fully cooked, dry, and then adding in stock at the end, because it'll just be the sauce won't be emulsified with starch. So low heat, ladle by ladle. It's going to take about anywhere from about 12 to 15 minutes. Adding the ladle, bringing it up to a simmer. Once the stock's reduced, then we're going in with our next ladle. After about 6 to 8 minutes, we'll then probably start to taste the rice, see how we're going, how it's cooking. In the meantime, we're going to grate a bit of cheese. So I've got a little bit of pecorino for flavour, Parmesan as well, a little combo. There's so many different ways you could do it. Like, this could be mushroom stock, this could be fish stock, this could be pumpkin stock, veg stock. You might saute off mushrooms before, you might saute off garlic before, you might put spices in at the beginning with the rice. So you could serve it alongside something. We could infuse saffron into the stock and make more of a Milanese style risotto. At the end, we could fold through some different cheeses in there to give it a different flavour. This really is such a base. We're just doing a very, very classic, very simple white risotto, chicken stock, cheese, and the acid butter, just to show the process. You can see the rice has increased by about 10% at the moment. Still a little way off, but really gentle, nice slow simmer. Getting there. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are getting there. It's been about 15 minutes now, I'd say. We're looking for soft on the outside, slight little bite in the middle. Want to be nice and wet. The cheese will help it thicken up a little bit. As we pile it up, and then when you give it a little tap, it should just nicely settle down to a nice flat layer. It should be like a wet, velvety consistency. So we're going to turn the heat off. We're going to put our cheese in, pecorino, Parmesan, pepper. And then we're just going to work it all in together, chef. Okay, so we're going to get our acid butter on the go. It's a way of getting onion flavour into our risotto without having a really overcooked, stewed flavour. So it came from a 3-star in Italy, so the onion flavour is a little bit fresher than if you were just cooking the onion for hours and hours. Okay, so my onions are nice and soft. Now we're going to go in with our white wine and our vinegar. So my onions have been cooking for about 30-40 minutes. Put the onions through a fine sieve, and then you're left with this liquid, which is the acidulated onion stock. So I'm just going to continue to reduce this down to a thick syrup, and then we're going to mix that through our butter. Here I've got some diced butter, and I've got my onion reduction. I'm going to let that cool for a minute or two, just so it's not roasting hot. Then we're going to add the butter to it, off the heat, emulsify it together, and then keep adding cold butter until we have a beautiful mix. Just mixing the butter in now with the reduction. So as you can see, the butter's just softened lightly from that reduction. So obviously the reduction is a little bit hot, and obviously that going onto the butter is going to soften. Now we're just mixing it all through, make sure we've got a nice even mix. This step is an added extra. It's not essential, but it's just a little chef's tip that's going to make, hopefully make your risotto stand out. You could easily do this just by putting in a couple of knobs of butter and some vinegar at the end of your cooking. So now the heat is off, cheese is half mixed in. Now we're going to go in with a nice big dollop of our acid butter, and then we're just going to work it together, baby. We're going to get the acidity from the butter, a little bit of richness from the butter at the end, nice creaminess. And the cheese is going to mix with that and thicken it nice and lightly. Nice consistency. Cheese is thickening nice. Beautiful. So we just want the grains to be nicely coated in the sauce. I'm going to put a couple of spoons in my bowl. A couple of twists of pepper and a nice grating of cheese over the top. There we have it. Yeah, delicious.